Emily sent one. I like this one. I identify as a threat. My pronouns are try me.
All right. That's hostile.
It's very hostile.
Try me.
Try me. That's my pronoun.
That's how I open my shows now. Try me. No tonight. No tonight. Try me. Fuck with me tonight. No, I fucking dare you. I want you to fucking try me tonight. And see how that goes for you. Because I'm in no fucking mood. Can I tell you that right now? No fucking mood. So try me. I would love it.
You're listening to Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers with your hosts Greg Behrendt and Kane Holloway.
Everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Greg Behrendt.
I'm Kane Holloway.
And this is Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We're fast today.
Yeah. We are a relationship podcast without any relationship questions.
Yeah,
so if you have a question.
People don't write the show for questions anymore. We fixed it. We fixed everyone's problem. So now we're really just like an entertainment show. So now we really got to bring it. Whereas before we didn't have to bring it so hard.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It's always, no matter, I've been on a million shows, and when you ask for questions, it's hard for people to write in.
Yeah.
When you think about it, I've never written a show with a question.
No.
Any show. I've never written, you know, I listen to all those F1 podcasts, and I have questions, but I've never written in.
Yeah. I'm trying to look right now because so I'm doing my Going Dutch show. By the time this comes out, it's already aired.
It's raining right now, which is my favorite.
I love
it.
I do love a good rainy day.
I could take months of this. I love it.
I don't know about months, but I do love
I'm
a good
depressed
rainy
in
day.
the sun.
I'm depressed in general.
I'm wearing a scarf. I'm wearing a scarf and a jacket.
You are.
And it is at least 75 degrees in this room.
And as soon as I walked into the studio and saw you in those, I knew they weren't coming off your body.
No way.
Like, you're not going to take them off for the show.
No way.
We might as well be doing this in the snow.
I actually did a special dress like this.
Yeah.
And,
in Portland.
In Portland, yeah. Same jacket, different scarf.
How many scarves do you have?
Not as many as I'd like.
This is how I know you used to have money. Is that not only do you own a scarf, but you own many scarves.
Yeah.
You're a scarf guy. I've never owned scarves. Like, I don't live in a world where I have money to just keep my neck warm.
Oh, my God. Not only that, but they're nice scarves. They're not
nice.
cheap.
They're nice.
Not that I'm against the cheap.
No.
Because I was looking at Target today because I wanted to replace an old black one. I wanted just a black merino wool scarf. But this is like a Burberry scarf. Like, you know, it costs money.
And you have it like tucked in a way that's like, I've folded a scarf around my neck before. It looks it looks nice. And I know that you've done that yourself.
Yeah.
Whereas me, I've never been in a tax bracket where I've always known how to tie a tie. I've watched the same YouTube video every time I put a suit on. Same one.
Yeah.
How to tie a fucking tie. I'm 36.
Yeah,
I can't tie a tie without somebody giving me.
I can tie a tie. I used to really like wearing ties. I just saw a picture of me the other night in New York playing at a club, and I was wearing a black leather jacket and a tie. And it looked badass. That black shirt on underneath it looked good. But I went through a bow tie period.
Oh.
I saw those pictures.
Yeah.
They fit, actually. I can't make fun of you. They fit.
I wore one on when I did Colbert's stand-up show. I wore a black bow tie with a sweater.
It looked good.
Yeah, I liked doing it, but I had to keep watching the video how to tie it. It's hard. Bow ties are really fucking hard.
I bet.
Yeah.
Just I want to one day just go and have be the guy that just What a day. Unbutton that top neck button. Oh, just like kind of let it all out because I just got done cornering the market.
Yeah. Yeah, we sold ties for a while. Mm-hmm. The band did.
Oh, really? Raining Monarchs?
We sold ties with our logo on them.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing a show. Let me see if this is a question. I'm doing my Going Dutch show, which I prompt when you buy the tickets on Eventbrite. The guys that I'm working with have a prompt where you can't just officially buy your ticket without this space, filling out a space for your dating question.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of people have put NA, but some people have sent questions, and maybe this is a question. I'm kind of like trying to remember it as I'm reading it, but how do you deal with a guy who tried to compliment you but ended up saying there's a sound of a sonic boom from your ass that's like a tumor with how big it is?
What?
Wait a minute.
I know. That's a weird question.
That a guy said that to somebody? He said, like,
apparently, yeah.
A girl farted, and that's what he said?
Yeah. How do you deal with a guy who tried to compliment you but ended up saying there's a sound of a sonic boom from your ass that's like a tumor with how big it is?
Oh, no.
What? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, if that's what happens when you try to compliment people, like you are bad at compliments.
Is the compliment how big her ass is? How big and nice it is, and so when she farts, it must sound like a gong is going off or a sonic boom, like when the Flash runs and he breaks the sonic barrier, or in Top Gun Maverick.
I don't get any of that.
I don't get any of that either.
know.
That's one of the questions. So I think people have a hard time asking questions, and then when they do, it's just sort of whatever's on their mind right at that moment, as far as like, how do I deal with this thing that happened the other day?
Right.
Instead of like a big grand idea of like, I have a fucker in my life. People tend to like have them, but I think our audience is doing the due diligence. I think they're putting in the work, you know?
Yeah.
I think we fucked ourselves by giving them all of our advice. We should have held off.
Okay. This is from Anonymous. It's very simple, and I don't know what we're going to say about it, but we'll have ideas about it. How can a woman make the first move? How can a woman make the first move? Should she make the first move?
You could, yeah. You could. I think women can make the first move. Mm-hmm. I mean, if they're really feeling it. If they're feeling it, and the guy is just not catching the hints of when to. Because I find that. I mean, I brought this up in the show where like, there's been times where I'm sitting next to somebody, I'm sitting on a date or whatever, and I want to kiss them, and I just like don't know when the best time is, and then sometimes you just have to feel it out. But what I've noticed is that women will just give you all of the openings. They'll literally be opening their face to your face for you to then make the move. So their move is getting as close as possible to you.
I'll be surprised sometimes when I'm watching a dating show and I'm watching a couple where it's clear a kiss should be in the offing. Mm-hmm. And how many times I'm like, now, dude, don't stop talking. Yeah. Don't ask her. Oh, dude.
God. Yeah, can I kiss you now? There's part of it that I think asking in certain situations is maybe warranted, depending on if like you really can't tell. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I don't know. There's kind of a distance, but if she's like, you know, your knees are touching and everything, and you're just like in each other's face, I think a lean into a kiss is always, usually for the most part, gonna be the right move.
My favorite on a dating show is when somebody goes in and they get the swerve.
Oh, yeah. When you're
swerve.
too confident.
I love a swerve.
Oh my God.
There were some swerves on Bachelor in Paradise this year.
Yeah.
And good swerve.
I love a
woman who swerves her way out of it.
I love a guy who thinks he's got this in the bag, so he tries he tries to make sure he's got it under his control by putting his hand on her face, and she's still like, she's fucking Iverson.
Yeah.
She's just out of there.
She looks down.
Oh.
No, a good swerve is awesome to see. I love, and a lot of times it's like, dude, she gave no signal.
Yeah.
She gave you no, there was no, she was looking at her feet, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, she kept talking about how she feels like you're her brother.
Yeah.
There was at no point in time were you able to give this girl the affection you thought you were trying to give her. Yeah, so the swerve is good. I react to a swerve the same way when you watch people get hit in the face. You're like, oh.
Amir used to say her tip for making the first move is to say to a guy, there's a 5-minute window in which you can ask me out. It will close.
Oh, wow.
So you're sort of putting the onus on them, but you've made the first move. So you've made your intentions clear, but you're clear that you want them to follow up, which I guess it's good to find out if they would follow up. If you go up and just ask them out, then you don't know.
Did she say out loud to the person, you have a 5-minute window?
Yeah.
Man, I would go, all right, give me 2 minutes. And I'd walk away. And I'd walk away for 2 minutes. I'd just meander around the party or the bar or whatever, and I'd come back with 3 minutes left and go, would you like to go out with me?
Yeah.
I would do that.
That would be ballsy.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's hard to know because we argued in the book, if you're making the first move, he's just not that into you. But that's a very antiquated way of thinking. You know, I've sort of outgrown that a little bit because men have become so pathetic that if they don't get asked out, like men aren't trying anymore.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't appear that they are. That's why The Bachelor almost seems ridiculous because it's such an old school idea of courtship.
Yeah, yeah.
In a way.
That's true.
You know, the whole suitor thing is kind of outdated a little bit. I mean, it's a shame. I sort of like the pursuit. I loved The Pursuit.
Yeah, yeah.
That was my favorite thing.
Yeah, The Pursuit is exciting.
The Pursuit and drinking for me went like hand in hand. It's like I've had a couple and now I pursue. I was never a dick about it.
Sure, of course.
I was never a dick about it.
Yeah, you weren't in the bushes.
No. I wasn't a pressure guy at all.
Yeah, of course.
But I would definitely be like, I'm coming to compliment.
Yeah. Oh, I'm coming hot with compliments.
And I'm going to drop the compliment, then I'm going to leave. That's what I would do. I'd come up and say, you're undeniably attractive, and I'm going to leave now.
You're like a compliment B-52.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're hot.
Yeah, just say something really cool and then bolt and then see if they're still looking at you or whatever. That was how. But I also grew up in a time where women expected to be pursued, whereas now there's some, you know, maybe women just want to be out having a good time and they don't want your pet.
True.
Don't want to. A beautiful woman has already been told, by the way.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's true. She knows. She's got it on. She's got that on lock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was out with my girl at a bar, and because it's so funny to like hear about this, like hear that there are guys not trying, and that women have to think about making the first move. Yet anytime we're out and she's not near me, she's being swarmed. It's just like fucking vultures. They're all around her, and they're just like, "You're hot," and they're touching her. One guy just straight up was like, "You're beautiful," and like grabbed the small of her back.
Ooh.
And she was just like, "Thanks," and then just sort of like shimmied her. She swerved,
Yeah.
and then went in and kissed me on my cheek. You know, and I never sit and like watch this happen. She always has to come back and tell me late. I mean, like I'll see it happen. Like I'll be chilling wherever we're at, or we're at the bar. And they like will have enough space between us that people will think like, oh, she's alone, or people are trying to guess, are they together?
Yeah.
Though, like I can actively hear people go, do you think she's with him? And then she'll be affectionate to me, and they'll be like, fuck. But then if I go to the bathroom, I'll come back out of the bathroom, and they'll be talking to her. So there's just I find it strange that there's that there's this epidemic of guys not trying, or maybe guys are just fucking really aggressive in San Diego.
Well, that tracks.
Yeah.
When you sort of think of the San Diego bro,
Yeah.
you sort of think, oh, that tracks.
Yeah, and they are aplenty. They're lousy.
That's not happening in Los Feliz.
No.
Yeah.
There, a guy can really be a wallflower. And hopefully some sensitive girl will come up and ask him about his art project.
His black hair is in his eyes.
Incredible.
Pat ended up bringing something from Buzzfeed. I love a good Pat Buzzfeed article. There's
Wait,
always...
just to wrap up what we're saying, though, just
sure.
to answer the question, just to finish it.
Yeah.
Just use your charm. Go be charming.
I would even go so far as to allow him to give you the move by saying, like, something as sexy, because guys want to be desired.
Yeah.
Just as much as you want to feel desired too. Like we also want to feel like you desire us, and so I think it would be kind of hot for you to like lean in and go, I really want you to kiss me right now. So you make the move by saying, hey, I want you to make a move.
Yeah.
You know, if you just don't want to lean in and kiss him, just open the door by and sometimes guys are too thick to understand subtlety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I've seen some women be like, he didn't have the balls to make the move, so I'm not turned on.
Yeah.
You know, but some guys, I mean, we've got a lot in our heads now about what's appropriate, what's not appropriate, what's going to come back to haunt me.
Yeah. For sure.
What's going to be misinterpreted. And then, like, he tried to coerce me into a kiss.
Yeah. Yeah. And so just complete transparency. Well, also, you know, sometimes you're walking a thin line of open, honest communication and trying to be sexy, and just blatant honesty is rarely, if ever, sexy. You know, like, hey, I really want to have sex is not hot. But also, you know what else isn't hot is complaining about how you're not having sex. That's not hot.
Yeah.
So there's just, I think there's ways to do it that's very much like more of like what I want to see from you. Here's what I want to see from you in a sexy voice. You know, it's got to be in a sultry, sexy voice from both men and women.
Yeah.
Look how sultry and sexy I am right now. Look at Greg. He's hot literally under his collar.
Literally hot under my collar.
But Pat has this BuzzFeed article that he brought.
Yeah, I got one here. It's women are sharing things men do that make them ghostable.
Fantastic.
First one we got. I went out on a coffee date with a guy. He admitted that he placed a GPS tracker on his ex's car to track her without her knowledge.
Yeah, that's ghostable.
Yeah, I'd say borderline criminal.
I also love the caveat at the end of that to like, yeah, he tracked her without her knowledge. Who's going to track somebody? Hey, by the way, I got a tracker on your car. I know everywhere you're going. Just FYI. Of course it's going to be without her knowledge. Who tracks somebody with a heads up?
Hey, I just wanted to be cool about that. A lot of guys won't tell you, but I will tell you.
I don't want to be
tracking you. I'm currently tracking you. I will be tracking you. There's a tracker on your car.
I'm trying to get your consent here. I don't want to be ghostable.
We've got... I met a guy at a bar once. He seemed like a nice guy, and we exchanged numbers. The following week, he asked me out. I told him I couldn't that night, but I was free tomorrow. He asked why. I told him I had a funeral tomorrow morning, and he just didn't feel like going out. What time is the funeral? He said. I won't stay too long. Please, I really want to see you.
It's a funeral. She's going to a funeral.
A funeral.
She's not going to an office party.
Right.
It's not like she said she'd see him next week.
Yeah.
She said, I'll see you afterwards.
I'll see you afterwards. I'm going to the funeral. Somebody I know or somebody that might be close to me has passed away. I'm going to pay my respects.
Yeah.
Ew. Well, I know where you are. I've been tracking you.
Let's see.
I tried to write a screenplay once about a guy who picks up a girl, but it's like, I got to just do this one thing, and then we're good. And he takes her to a funeral.
I love that idea.
And he's speaking.
So he like really knows.
But he
the
made
person.
it seem like he was just going to drop something off.
Was she dressed in the screenplay? Is she dressed for a date?
Yes.
Or, yeah,
she's in bright colors.
That's so funny. Bright yellows, like
Yeah.
a nice yellow sundress.
Yeah.
Everyone's in full black.
But then I didn't know where to
regalia.
go after that. I just loved it as an opening to a movie.
I do like that idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a funny opening to a movie for sure.
We've got one here. Back when I worked night shift at a hospital, a guy I was newly dating wanted to hang out that night before my shift around 5 p.m. I tried to explain that I would be sleeping until my shift and that 5 p.m. was like 5 a.m. to me, and I did not want to hang out. He did not get it. He proceeded to ignore my wishes and let himself into my apartment to surprise me by tickling my feet while I slept. I definitely ghosted him, and I also changed the locks.
Whoa. That's not ghostable. You know? Like, that's arrestable.
Yeah.
That is arrestable.
That's arrestable. It's fireable. Because sometimes ghosting seems extreme as a response to a date that might have gone, like, okay. And then ghosting in this connotation is a little light for my taste.
Yeah.
Tickling her feet while she's sleeping so
Ew.
she doesn't know you're there. Ugh. This feels like all one guy, by the way.
I think it is the same guy.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Oh, we've got one here. His taste in music was impeccable, and he was attractive and funny in person. And the night we met, his taste in music was impeccable, and he was attractive and funny in person the night we met. So I gave up the digits and we started texting. 5 or 6 days into our texting a bit, he asked me what I was doing the next day, a Friday. I told him I had other plans. This grown man texted to me with another guy.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's ghostable.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
Yeah, that's the end of that. Don't respond and block, and then you're done.
I mean, why don't you just say, cool, let's do something Saturday?
Yeah, no, well, that's not... It's... You got to be grateful when those things happen.
Yeah.
You know? You got to go, oh, good. Because now I don't have to waste several months on this.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, if I'm being honest, it's not that bad a question.
With another guy?
Yeah,
It's
are
not
you
that-
going with another guy? Because we're imbuing it with another guy.
Yeah.
Like we're saying it like that. But he could just be saying, with another guy?
Yeah, sure.
Are you going, oh, okay. I just want to know if you're seeing somebody else too.
That's true.
It's not like another guy. He's a big old fucking baby. He might just be like facts.
That puts the real man quote guy in a whole other light.
Yeah,
He might be all right.
We'll read one of his quotes that way. I'll read one of his quotes that way today.
Could you?
What are you guys?
The only person you can trust is yourself.
Yeah, it's the way Pat reads it.
It really is the way Pat reads it. Because it's like if you don't know the relationship yet, like there's no thing that's been set. You're like, yo, are you on a date? I still would have phrased it differently. Like, oh, are you going on a date with another guy? Just so I can be like aware of where we're at. But yeah, if it was,
I probably would have just left it.
oh yeah, of course.
I probably just would have said, okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
'Cause I realize it's not my business.
yeah.
It's too soon for it to be my business.
Yeah.
If we'd gone out a couple of times.
Yeah, if we had gone out and we were talking and you were like, I'm kind of dating around. Like, I haven't landed on any one person yet. I like you, or whatever is said in the moment.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of need those affirmations to be like, I'm still dating. I like dating you, but I'm also going to be dating around, just like to give you the heads up. You cool with that? And if the guy is cool with that, and then you have this conversation where it's like, I'm going to be kicking it without, and I won't be available. And it's like, oh, if it is somebody that's like confident with themselves but just wants to know the information, it's like, oh, are you on another date? Is probably how I would have said it. Is it, are you going on another date? But yeah, to just straight up be like, with another guy is, in any way that you say it, still feels aggressive.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I think we'll close it out on this one. I've heard this complaint a lot from friends. When they treat me like I'm auditioning for the role of their wife or surrogate mother. Yeesh. Asking if I can cook, clean, or stay at home right out of the gate.
Stay at home?
Yeah.
People got to work, man.
Right?
What kind of money do you make?
No, but I mean, I think they mean like do stuff where you don't go out.
Oh. Yeah. You can't ask that of somebody.
No. No, you want to be going out.
The other stuff is, I feel like is what comes with in the relationship. Like sometimes, yeah. I don't know. I've never felt like I needed someone to audition to be my mom and my girlfriend. I don't look for those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like them. I like people who are clean because I'm clean.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't need them to clean. Like, I don't need it to be that division of labor. I also don't make enough money to be like, you're cleaning the house. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't have the financial backing to be an asshole.
Song. We'll read a self-help quote, and they're definitely not memes. Memes are something completely different than quotes. Quotes are supposed to help you through all the bullshit in your life, and memes are like that poster of that cat hanging from a tree, and it says, hang in there, baby, or Mondays, am I right? Mondays, am I right? So if you can think of a different title, then we'll probably change it.
What does this mean? This is our inspirational quote segment. You know, Alan Watts made a whole living on little tidbit memes. You just type in Alan Watt quotes. And then
People just pull quote him. He made long.
Yeah.
You can download his speeches.
Yeah.
They're great.
Or you can get 7-minute chunks on
He's
YouTube.
amazing to listen to.
He is really good.
Alan Watts is well worth everybody's time. Check him out. Check him out on YouTube. Check him out on. There's an Alan Watts app with just a bunch of his lectures, and they're all really inspiring. He's a smart, funny guy.
I love when he talks about silence, because silence is something that's hard to. It's hard for people to be quiet, and not in this quiet like there's a phony quiet meditation too, where people are like, I'm gonna try and be quiet, but he breaks it down in this like real silence, and then he hits a gong, and then he just lets the noise of the gong dissipate, because the hard thing about silence is nothing's ever silent. There's cars whizzing by, there's the wind is blowing the trees around, the wind itself makes noise. You're never ever.
I don't think you've ever heard me tell a joke. I've heard some silence.
Let me tell you something.
I tell you, I've created silences on stage that are
Otherworldly.
You could find the pathway to nirvana in the silence that I've created on this stage. The depth.
That I
created a
sorry.
silence once on Conan that I can still hear. I can still hear it. There's a dead spot in that studio where I stood and killed time.
There's a rip in the space-time continuum
Yep.
on the Conan that starts at the Conan set.
Yeah, I told my Lenny Kravitz joke, and it just hit. Turns out everybody in the band liked Lenny Kravitz. Turned out the audience liked Lenny Kravitz.
Let me guess. You didn't like Lenny Kravitz?
I had some problems.
What? You know, you and Lenny Kravitz don't like. I mean,
Here's
you
the thing.
dress the same. You
I
and Lenny
love
Kravitz.
a lot about Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah,
The package works for me.
sure, of course.
And also, he still looks incredible at his age.
I know.
He married a beautiful woman. They made a beautiful child who's a fine actress.
She's Catwoman. I love her. She's great.
Yeah,
Zoe Kravitz is wonderful.
She's great. But his lyrics leave a little bit to be desired. And he had a lyric that was, I can fly as high as a dragonfly. And I was like, dragonflies are right about here. That's why you're aware of them, because they are at a high level. And I thought that was hilarious. And the band just stared back at me. And it just went from there to worse.
Really?
I had a bit that involved screaming at the end.
Oh no! Oh no!
You know, like you have one of those bits that
Yes.
escalates.
Dude, you know my bird bit where
Yeah.
I say, have you seen this? For the audience who hasn't seen the bit before, I act out what it's like to be a chicken in my mind, where chickens have a head bob where they have nowhere to be, but they can't find their keys. So that's what they're doing for the day, is slowly looking for their keys. And I act out all the head movements of a chicken. And if I start that bit and an audience isn't on board, there is a lot of quiet head movements where people are just like, I guess this is funny. And I'm like checking my pockets. And I'm walking around the stage looking for these keys, doing my best to bring them into my world.
Yeah.
And if they're not into it, boy, it's just 35 seconds of fucking nothing.
Oh, man.
It's incredible.
It's
No.
pretty brutal.
Yeah. When you tell long stories and they don't bite, you're
Yeah.
fucked for 5-6 minutes.
Yeah.
A lot of times I've just gone, well, fuck you. I'm not going to finish this.
A lot of times I'll say fuck it and I'm doing the whole thing. Like
I've done that too
Yeah.
out of fury.
Yeah, me too. I was bombing with the chicken bit, and I go, you don't like that? Then you're not going to like my parrot bit. So then I do my parrot bit where, like, I've never heard a parrot actually talk. Anytime I've ever been around a parrot, they just scream. So I scream when I think a parrot's going to talk. Nothing. And I go, you don't like that? What do you think about my thoughts on ducks? And then I do a whole bit about ducks, and that also has a whole act out. And that there's something sort of giving about bombing that hard for that long, being it's your choice. I chose to bomb right now.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing that you guys don't like it anyway.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Jeff Garland do a set? That's his entire act. And I like Jeff,
Yeah.
but he'll bomb and then he just won't stop bombing. I had to follow him on a TV show where he was supposed to do a 5-minute set, and he did 15 minutes of bombing.
God,
And I had to
awesome.
go after him, and this was like one of the Comedy Central Presents or something where they
No
put on
shit.
like, not Comedy Central Presents, that was what were those called where people did short sets?
Premium blend.
Premium
Yeah.
blend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a premium blend. It was a premium blend.
Oh, fuck. I remember premium blend.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard Brian Regan's story about bombing at a corporate gig? He did it he told the story on like a radio show, but he did a corporate gig, and he's bombing so hard that he literally hears a cricket outside. He could hear a little cricket during his set, and then he brings it up, and that bombs, and then everyone's kinds of giggles after they all keep hearing the cricket. Brian does his act, no one laughs, the cricket starts going, and they all giggle. No one gives it like a big hearty laugh, but they're like, that's the funniest part of this night. And that's pretty fucking brutal.
That was brutal.
to actually hear a cricket. That's crazy.
Yeah, totally.
We got memes. I have, well, first of all, Alan Brand sent a meme the other day that said, "Sit on your own damn face, I'm busy." You remember that one?
Yeah.
Well, apparently that was a Twitter dispute, I guess is what you could call it. At Gags Apostle tweeted at Cher and said, "Sit on my face," in all caps. And Cher's Twitter account tweeted back at that guy and said, "Sit on your own damn face, I'm busy."
Well, that's pretty funny, I suppose. Coming from old Cher.
Cher, sit on your own damn face.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's a smart remark.
Hillary Gibson is the one that sent that to us and said, "Hey, just wanted you to know that this was a Cher quote."
Okay.
Yeah. Summer McCulloch, she sent one. What the fuck is this? Is this it? The healthy groceries? Oh. All right. My sister sent one that says, healthy groceries, $100, too expensive. A dinner date, $100, reasonable. This isn't good. Summer, this isn't good. Keep this in. Don't edit this out. I want Summer to sit in what she just did to me. I have to own this now. You know why? It's my sister.
Yeah, I can't say anything. It's your sister.
It's my sister.
Yeah.
And I feel secondhand embarrassment, which is now turning into firsthand embarrassment. I vouched for her.
Yeah.
I said she was funny.
She is funny.
And smart. And we know, and we tell everybody what the meme segment is. What's she sending me this shit for? And it's to the it's not to me. It's to Don't Take Bullshit from, it's dtbffpodcast@gmail.com. She knows what to send there, just like everybody. Questions and inspirational memes to either love or hate. Not lists of random things for me to try to figure out how to talk about. If Greg has told us how this segment is supposed to go, no pictures that we have to explain. So in the same vein, don't send me convoluted lists that I also now have to explain so they can be funny in the process. I'm exhausted. I'm mad at her for this. And I'm going to call her after the show and tell her what she did.
Well, she knows now. Why don't you wait and let her listen to the show?
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
Let it be a surprise.
Yeah. You're on my shit list, Summer, and she's coming to town this week, so it's going to be even funnier when I don't bring it up at all. She knows because she knew I was editing or I was coming down to record the show today. She knows that. So then I have to pretend I'm not mad at her for 4 days. I have to pretend I'm not mad at her for an entire week.
Yep. Good.
That's going to be hard because I'm mad at her.
So it was healthy groceries, $100. A date, $100.
It's just this like list of things where people will what they find either absurd or they're not going to do it versus.
First off, every time I go to Trader Joe's, I find that it is always less expensive than I think it's going to be.
It's it's weird.
So $100 at Trader Joe's is a pretty good chunk of food.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot of food.
They have really good hummus.
And then a date where you're eating $100 worth of food is a bummer.
That is a bummer.
It's too much food.
That's way too much. Or it's not enough food. It's just expensive food.
If you're getting sushi.
Yeah. That one bugged me. Susanna, right? Mm-hmm. Susanna sent one that's, it's a list, but it's a good one. Marry a guy who says things like, "I'm proud of you. I can't believe you're mine. You can do it, baby. I don't know where this extra dog came from, but if it fits in great with our other dogs, then let's get it." That's a list. And it's an inspirational list. It's not funny.
Well, the dog part's kind of funny.
The dog part's kind of funny.
Yeah, you sort of butchered it. But it could have been funny.
That's true. I'm less mad at Summer now. Over in our Discord, what does this mean on our Discord? The Alan Brand is back at it. Or actually, Dead Air Dennis. Did we do this one yet?
We have not.
Dead Air Dennis sent one that said, so many people need a hug, a forehead kiss, and a grilled cheese cut diagonally.
I love it.
Yeah. He also says, sounds like something someone who's never been right would say. Maybe he's on my middle cut team.
Mm-hmm.
The Alan Brand said, I know you said I didn't have to share everything with you guys, but it turns out, yes, I do. I haven't.
If the Alan Brand lived here, I'd have him on the show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's a funny guy.
Sure. See, he's a funny guy.
His meme is, life could be worse. Milk could have pulp.
Oh, God.
Which means you'd have to specify, can I have no pulp in my milk?
Oh, my God.
Isn't that cottage cheese?
That is cottage cheese. That is cottage cheese.
Emily sent one. I like this one. I identify as a threat. My pronouns are try me.
All right. That's hostile.
It's very hostile.
Try me.
Try me. That's my pronoun.
That's how I open my shows now. Try me. No tonight. No tonight. Try me. Fuck with me tonight. No, I fucking dare you. I want you to fucking try me tonight. And see how that goes for you. Because I'm in no fucking mood. Can I tell you that right now? No fucking mood. So try me. I would love it.
Dude, can you open like that, please? Yes. That would fucking crush for me.
Well, I'm doing a Valentine's Day show at the Bourbon Room in L.A. if you're around.
Try
Maybe I'll
me.
open like that. Try me. No, just try me. Yes, I'm going to say? You got something just that's what George says when he threatens to beating those guys up. I would love it!
That's right. Oh, shit. Fuck. Okay. I found one that I don't like.
Okay.
Let's wander where the Wi-Fi is weak. I know. I hate it. I hate everything about it.
This one I rather like. Without commitment, you'll never start. Without consistency, you'll never finish. Denzel Washington.
Oh.
Yeah.
Denzel.
I love Denzel.
Oscar winner.
I love Denzel.
Training Day, baby. John Q. Oh, you want to cry? If you're a dad, whatever, son, this one will get you right in the heart. Literally, his son needs a heart transplant. It's fucking brutal.
Oh, yeah. But there's guns.
And there's guns. Heart transplants and guns. Plus, he pistol whips James Woods, which I feel like in this day and age,
Everyone needs to see
him pistol whip James Woods.
Pistol whip. Yeah. No, he's good in fucking everything.
Yeah.
He's just like, he's out of this world, man.
Yeah.
That guy is just one of the very best actors that's ever been.
Yeah.
And I like his son, but not nearly as much.
Nope.
I don't really, John David Washington doesn't get me excited the way Denzel, if he's in something, I'll watch the trailer and pray that it's good. He's made some bad movies, as they all have. Everybody does. You can't not make bad movies. Everybody has to make a bad movie.
I feel like John David Washington is just like the muscle in a movie. He's literally called the protagonist in Tenet. But I'm not watching Tenet for John David Washington. Like I was excited for Inception because Christopher Nolan and DiCaprio are doing a movie together finally.
Yeah.
You know? And but I'm more there to see what Christopher Nolan's going to do with time travel, not because John David Washington is in it. And then since then, I still have yet to see a movie where if John David Washington's in it, I need to see it. In the same vein as like,
right.
Oh, Denzel's fucking making a movie? Great.
Yeah. I'll tell you what looks good, and this is completely off topic. I was going to send it to you guys. Have you guys seen the trailer for Renfield?
No.
Yeah. Yes. The vampire movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks great.
It's Nicholas Hoult, and Nicolas Cage plays Dracula.
Yeah.
And he joins. It's a black comedy. He joins a self-help group for people who are in
Toxic relationships.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it is so funny looking.
Yes.
And then looks like there's some crazy action in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Renfield has some powers
Yeah.
that he got from Dracula.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks fucking awesome.
He has to like find people for Dracula to eat, and he like hates it. So he needs to figure out how to like
Get out of the relationship.
get out of the relationship in the best way possible.
Because
But he's-
Dracula's asking him for school buses filled with cheerleaders.
But like, it's so funny. I wish they wouldn't have revealed that. I wish they would have kept. I was like I wish it would just be like, you know, like yeah, I'm doing it because the person I'm in with is Dracula, and then when you go to the theater, it's Nick Cage. You know,
Yeah, where they don't let you know.
I would have been like so hyped.
But him with those fangs makes everybody go, I want to go see
Yeah,
him.
I know.
This is what Nicolas Cage does best now. It used to be something else, but now it's this.
Isn't it funny that Nick Cage went from like he was like this goofy actor, he was like a Coppola, changed his name, and then he became this action hero, Oscar winner. Then because of his tax problems, he just made nothing but shit for like decades, and we all thought he was done. And then he just starts. Now he's like coming out with hits.
Well, because he has a cult. He's been around long enough that he made it through the end of his career, what could have been the end of his career, and stayed relevant somehow.
That massive.
That's because he can turn in incredible work.
Yes.
And then he can also do things where you're like, you're not even trying.
Yeah.
You read the script an hour ago. You're just saying things loud.
Have you seen Bad Lieutenant?
Yes.
Dude,
That's insane.
it's crazy. He starts out just a normal speaking cop, and then out of nowhere, his accent changes. I turned it off because of him. It wasn't because the movie might have been bad. I have no idea. I was so distracted by Nick Cage just changing character midway through the movie that I was like, I can't fucking handle this anymore. But then he turns in Pig, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What a weirdo.
Yeah, he's a weirdo. But I will go see any movie that Nicholas Hoult is in.
I love Nicholas Hoult.
I love Nick. Always have. Always will.
Big Nicholas Hoult fan since Mad Max Fury Road. He was great.
I liked him since About a Boy.
That's right. He's in About a Boy.
Yeah.
What do you have, Pat?
Well, as always, I've got a couple of real man quotes.
Hell yeah.
Live, love, and laugh. But if that doesn't work,
Oh, no.
load, aim, and fire.
Yikes. Yikes.
Live, laugh, and love. If that doesn't work, aim and fire.
Load, aim, and fire. You know?
Fuck.
What a sad, sad boy.
The FBI should probably get a hold of him.
Yeah, bro.
That's some shooter shit right there.
Yeah. Jesus. Figuratively or literally, man? Come on. Real sad boy quotes. That's what these are.
And I think we'll close it out on this one. Another one from Real Man Quotes. Don't be so sweet in this cruel world, or they'll eat you alive.
Like candy. You're candy.
You know the thing about being eaten alive is somebody has to be interested in you first
True.
before they can eat you alive.
They gotta want you.
You can only be eaten alive if you're participating.
Yeah.
Dude, nobody's after you.
Nobody needs it.
No one's going to eat you alive because nobody's paying attention.
Yeah. You're that knockoff Oreo. Hydrox or whatever. No one rushes to get the new Hydrox.
I love they decided to call it Hydrox.
It couldn't sound less
They
appetizing.
couldn't call them sillies or something,
No.
you know, or have some kind of fun name.
Yeah, they're like, what's the chemical that makes Oreos tasty? I think it's called
Hydrox.
Hydrox. All right, that's what our cookie is named. Ready?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Segment 3. Just wanted to start off by saying, hey guys, support the show. Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody who came out to Going Dutch. If you're a fan of this podcast and you live in San Diego and you came out to my Going Dutch show at PB or PB Backyard, then I really appreciate you guys for coming out. If you're at all interested in supporting the show in any way, you can go to patreon.com/DTBFF podcast and check out some bonus episodes that we have on there. We work really hard on those. We come in and we go, this is the one thing we're going to talk about. It's 20 minutes long, and sometimes Greg yells at us for not watching F1 racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So check them out. You know, $5 a month, or you can just donate $1, whatever you want, and I'd greatly appreciate that. And then you can also check out our Redbubble store because we have all kinds of shit on there.
Also, something I realized is we were going to do, before the pandemic hit, we were going to do a live show. Remember that place I did the live show, Muse?
Yeah,
The relationship, Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers live?
yeah.
Well, I still have a venue.
Oh, no
available.
shit.
Yeah, they wouldn't refund me my $453.
Oh God
So I have
damn,
a credit.
that's great.
So I talked to Natasha, and she's up for it, so I think we should do another one. And maybe record it.
Another live one.
Yeah.
Of course,
Do
absolutely.
like a live workshop
Let's do it.
here in LA. And we'll give ourselves like 2 months to fill it.
Okay, great.
And we'll get Natasha to, you know, and maybe, yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, all right. Well, look out for a live version in LA of the workshop.
Yeah.
If you've been to our virtual workshops, I mean, just imagine what the live version is.
The live version will be really fun, and you'll
Yeah.
get coffee
Yeah.
and snacks.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have snacks galore. Maybe we'll go to a donut shop,
Yeah.
get a bunch of donuts,
Yeah, that'd be good.
and then we'll eat donuts, drink coffee, and talk shit about the people who are fucking up our lives.
Yeah. I think that's
know?
a good idea.
Even if it's you, I feel that in my heart right now. I feel like a fucker, you know.
Yeah.
With that said, let's get to a Reddit remix. Reddit remix. This one says, am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend to get rid of her creepy dummy? Oh. My girlfriend loves horror. She told me about 3 months ago that she read Goosebumps in elementary school, and it sparked a lifelong interest in horror. And that when she was a kid, all she ever wanted for birthdays and Christmases was a relic of Slappy, a creepy ventriloquist dummy. I know that dummy. I watched that show. I read those books. That fucking dummy's creepy as hell. She's afraid of dummies, hence why she never got... creepy ventriloquist dummy. I'm kind of a wimp about that stuff, and I think the dummy thing is frankly insane, but I like her enough to ignore it. Until last week, for her birthday, when her mother bought her a Slappy replica. She's afraid of dummies, hence why she never got it for her as a kid. My girlfriend was thrilled. You would have thought her mom had handed her the keys to a Tesla with the way she was acting. She was literally crying with happiness. When she saw the expensive necklace I got her, she just said thank you. Should have put it around Slappy. She's totally obsessed with the dummy. Her roommate thinks it's hilarious, and she carries it around her apartment like a teddy bear and even sleeps with it in her bed. I kind of snapped last night when I went over and she was holding the dummy when I answered the door, and I told her it was creepy and she was being weird about it and she needed to get rid of it. I'll admit I raised my voice a little bit.
Oh my
My
God.
girlfriend started crying, and her roommate told me to leave. Roommate and friends have been texting me saying I'm not supporting her and the dummy is harmless. The girlfriend herself hasn't reached out to me. So, am I the asshole?
I mean, yeah.
Greg checked out.
I checked.
You sat back. You never just sit back in your chair and let the show happen around you. You just, but this time it's like, it's so blatantly clear that this is, I mean, you know, like what's to say?
Here's the thing. I have no interest in horror.
Mm-hmm.
None. I just watched X. I was supposed to like it. I was like, it's just fucking horror.
Yeah.
It's a horror film.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't like them
Yeah.
at all. Just like I don't like Avatar.
In the same way, they're both terrifying.
Yeah, just hey, I hate them both. I
Yeah.
have no, not even hate. I just don't have any interest in it. It doesn't get my blood up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not excited about it. I like scary things. I like thrillers. Anyway, she likes the scary dummy. She seems interesting to me.
Yeah.
I like that she likes the scary dummy.
Yeah.
She got it from her mom, and then it made her cry. And you got her a necklace.
Yeah. You wasted all
You
this.
seem like kind of a dullard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just seem like a sad dummy.
Yeah.
I would pick the creepy dummy over you. You're just trying to.
There are things that Amira likes that I don't like at all. I never ask her to turn it off or
Yeah.
to stop or to. You know, her and True watched all of Game of Thrones, and I couldn't have been less interested.
Yeah, of course.
But I didn't want them to stop watching it. It
Yeah.
did annoy me. They talked about it a lot, and they were binging it, so they were watching it day after day, but I just chose to decide that's something that they like.
Yeah.
If anything, it would be more endearing to me because they liked it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't. This is time and time again. It's like she has this thing, and I don't like this thing. Am I a dick for wanting her to not have it? Well, in some ways, you're commenting on her personality.
Yeah.
A thing you don't like about her personality. So yeah, it's something that literally makes her jump for joy, and you don't like it. So in some way, you're commenting on something you don't like about her personality, which is where her feelings are hurt. It's like, I can't, yeah, this is mine, but also, isn't this something cute about me? And you're to her face going, no, it's not cute. In fact, I hate it, and I hate that you like it, and I want this to stop.
Yeah.
Then you're not right for each other. It's as simple as that. If you could have a physical representation of what your relationship looks like, it's that creepy ventriloquist dummy. It's got a fucking bow tie like Greg and slick back hair, and it's fucking bug eyes. It's horrifying to look at. But if you don't like that, then, and I hate to say it in this like broad of a way, but you don't like her. You know? Like, as very simply.
Yeah. It's at the core of who she is.
Yeah. Because it's not hurting you. It's not a heroin addiction. It's a goddamn doll.
Yeah.
If she was shooting up in her eyeball, then yeah, I think you'd have something. Well, what do you guys think? Would you be freaked out by somebody's dummy? Do you think I'm wrong? You know, do you think that it's too broad of a statement, or do you think I'm right on the money? Do you want to try Greg at a show? Because he's really wanting you to try him.
Try me. But I don't want to get this off to a weird start. But just fucking try me tonight. Cross that line. And let's see how you do. And I'll be honest with you. I would love it.
Yeah, and if you want to try it, try us at dtbffpodcast@gmail.com.
Try it.
Try us. Try it. I dare you. Send a question. You little bitch. Try it. Send your don't take bullshit from fuckers questions. How do you want to learn to not take bullshit from fuckers in your life? You can send it there. You can send it to our Instagram, DTBFF Podcast. Follow the show. Follow me at Kane Holloway.
Follow me at Gregors.
I'm at DTBFF Producer Pat.
You can also call in the show. What's that number, Pat?
That number is 379-5544.
Don't take bullshit from fuckers.
Fuck 'em.
Hey there, if you like the show, you can find bonus episodes and more at our Patreon at patreon.com/DTBFF podcast. And then rate the show 5 stars on iTunes because it's the right thing to do. All music by the Rating Monarchs, produced by Patrick Kelly.